watching right now. I'm going to give some people a second to jump on since I didn't announce that I was going to be going live today. Because I didn't know I was going to be going live today. I figured it'd be a fun surprise to go live and talk about some things. I got some wine. We got some box wine. Hey, our lifted lifestyle, what's up? Hey, Kathy Smith. I feel like it's a big day for me today, kind of, but not really. Hey, Rodney. Hey, Rachel. What's today? Tuesday? Hey there from Clarksville. Hey, Tanya. Grandma Kelly said, hi, Jelena. So glad I got here right from the beginning. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Kathy. So I'm drinking out of a coffee cup because I don't know where my wine glass is at. I have a wine glass tumbler. That's the only wine glass that I have, and I don't know where it's at. So, coffee cups it is, which huge shout out to Journey Along with Shannon, who made me this custom coffee cup, and she gifted it to me at the Oklahoma meetup last year, and I still use it all the time. Evie said, hey, we are coming to Nashville tomorrow. That's awesome. What are you guys coming to Nashville for? Hey, from Toledo, Ohio? You guys, I had the biggest brain fart when I did my giveaway video. Because I put $200 giveaway, which was my intention from the beginning, but I only talked about $150. And then that didn't even I don't know. I don't know the word I'm looking for. I was not fazed by that. I didn't even notice that I only talked about $125 or $150. I think it was because I went to get when I bought my gift cards separately. Then when I went to get the $100 gift card, they didn't have it, and so I think that's where I kind of started to get confused. Yeah, major brain farts are us. But instead of taking it down and redoing everything, I just decided I'm just gonna pin a comment to the top and explain what happened. And so it is a $200 giveaway, and which is what I wanted to do from the start. Obviously, I wouldn't have put $200 if it wasn't. That was on my mind. I just wasn't paying attention. Sometimes we have to take a step back and pay a little bit of attention. Chit don't add up. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Should do 2,000. If I had the money, I would totally would. It hurts the bank to do a $200 giveaway, but I wanted to do a giveaway not only because I'm about to hit 30,000, but because I wanted to give back. I have some things that I haven't talked about that I've gotten in the mail from a few people, so I do throughout the live chat want to thank some people. But I wanted to do something to give back to my subscribers, and it's all going to be random, so it's not like I'm handpicking people, but I thought it'd be just a fun thing to do to give back. Hicks Homestead and Adventure said I'd be happy to win $1. It's fun to win anything, really, even if it's like a stuffed animal. I got my moderators in the house. I'm glad I got some. We got Ace Man, Paul, Hicks Homestead. So I'm a red wine drinker, and I have not had this kind. It's really good. It's black box. It's really good wine. Ace Man said, that's sweet of you to do a giveaway. I always like participating in giveaways just because they're so fun. Not to well, everyone participates to win, but it's like you don't get down if you don't win. Like, you're happy for the people that do win because it's fun. Lindsay said, can't wait for you to be on the road. Me too. I was actually supposed to be going to Dallas this weekend. I had a birthday party to go to and a wedding, and unfortunately, I've hit some minor speed bumps, hopefully minor, which I'll talk about in future videos. Right now, I'm just working on the situation, and hopefully it gets taken care of. But is there any tools that you need? Evie said, is there any tools you need for your build? There are a few tools that I don't actually have that I will need, but that's a part of the reason why I am moving back to the Dallas area for the time being, is because my best friend, Jessica, her parents or her stepdad has a shop. He has a ton of tools that I can use, and then also my friend Bridget has some tools that and she's also my best friend too. Those are my two best friends, and she has some tools I might be able to use as well. And then I have some other friends too that have offered their help, and family, and my sister's husband and my niece have offered to help with the build and everything. So I just have I miss my family and friends in Dallas, and some stuff's happening at my mom's possibly, and so she may need the room that I'm in, and so that's why I'm trying to not necessarily hurry up, but that's a part of the reason why I'm going. Evie said, I'm selling out my woodworking shop and I can donate. Oh, that's amazing. Why are you selling it out? And where are you from? Gig Worker said, with the milestone you have hit, all the hard work you're putting in, you deserve one and celebrate. Thank you. Julie said, so happy you're moving to Texas. Me too. I miss Texas. I was hoping to go this weekend too. Apparently there's this guy I follow on Instagram. We were messaging the other day. I think his Instagram is called like Just Doing My Thing. And he's actually in Dallas right now, but I think he's leaving this weekend. So we won't be able to link up because he'll be headed to Colorado. But that would have been cool. He has a really, really amazing bus if you guys want to go check it out on Instagram. And I noticed Auntie Ann is in the house. I got a lot of moderators tonight. I usually don't have that many. It's usually one or two if I'm lucky. I was on Unstoppable Morgan's live chat last night. Her live chats are very entertaining, to say the least. The conversation got a little wild. Ace Man said we had a lot of fun. She's definitely wild. Raven Cat Homestead Cecilia said, Jelena, how long do you think it'll take to finish and take another road trip? In all honesty, I don't know how long it's going to take to finish the build. Especially with learning. This build's a lot different than the van. One, it's bigger, and it was more to demo, and I didn't demo the van down to the bones like I did on this bus. So I'm finding out that I'm running into, not necessarily problems, but I'm running into obstacles more often and frequently than I not necessarily planned to, but than I foresaw in my future. And so I honestly don't know, and I'm not going to put a time frame on it because I'm in no rush. If anything, I'll take trips here and there as I feel I need for my own personal health while it's being built. Thanks, Hicks Homestead, for linking my Instagram if you guys want to go check that out. You're never finished. Yeah, I agree, Lindsay. You're really never finished. Julio said, I hope that when you finish the bus, you drive down to Florida. I'd love to meet you in person. I am definitely going to be going back to Florida. There's a concert that I'm planning on going to, which is fun that concerts are happening again because there's a few that I'm for sure going to go to. I just haven't decided which location I'm going to be at yet. So one of them is the Sad Summer Festival. And I'm either going to go to Atlanta, Georgia for that one or Orlando, Florida. But I'm thinking I'll probably wind up in Georgia. Phil Alford said, why need to hurry? Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily in a hurry. Of course, I want to get back on the road, but Dory said, are you going to be Morgan's first mate? Laugh out loud. Hey, I just might. No, I'm just kidding. I thought that was so funny, though, that she started talking about living on a boat, because I've talked about that before, and that was... I'd rather do that when I retire and do this right now when I retire, you know. Like, I want to go travel in the bus and be on the road for a while, and then when I'm ready to settle down, maybe instead of doing, like, buying land and doing a house, like, just buy a boat and live on the ocean. I could live in the Keys. I've already decided I could live in the Florida Keys. Specifically, which one was it? Key Largo was my favorite. Miss Colbier said, and when you're in Texas, you have to come a little further south to see us. Yes, for sure. I'm actually going to be going to, I think it's the San Antonio area, but I think y'all are more closer to Houston. But yeah, I would definitely make the trip, just because, to me, driving towards, I used to drive from Dallas to Houston and Dallas to Austin every day for work, so it ain't no thing to me. I would love to come visit. Brad cashed it a $50 super chat. Here's to help the Bangs with the giveaway. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Kristen's World Outdoors. I have so many of my moderators right now. That makes me so happy. It's not cheap to live in the Keys. I have a lake house there. I'm sure. I would only live in Key Largo on a boat. Like, I would just rent a spot and live on the boat. I wouldn't actually live in a house there. I feel like it would definitely be pretty pricey. I loved it there, though. My friend and I, when we were there, ate at this restaurant. It was really cool because we could bring Bandit there. It was a dog-friendly restaurant. And so we sat out on the on their patio bar, and they're these huge birds. I don't remember what they're called. They're the ones with that thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. And they swoop in and eat the fish. I need to find me a handsome sailor man. Susan said, I'm a new sub. Unstoppable Morgan mentioned you in her live chat. Oh, well, thank you. I'm happy that you're here. Happy birthday, Ruben. Pelicans. Yeah, I forgot. I've been having brain farts all day today. And when I go to Dallas at the end of the month, I'm getting my hair done, and I'm going to be extra blonde. So, more brain farts. And I'm just kidding. Blonde has nothing to do with how I am sometimes. Yeah, it was pelicans. Big Bake said, came to the chat late. What's your wine of choice? A red wine from this beautiful black box full of grapes, grape juice. They carry the newborn babies. Really? I did not know that. That is actually really interesting. Marathon is the best key, hands down. Oh, Marathon in the Keys is the best? Leanne said, let's do a houseboat reno. That'd be awesome. I actually know someone here in Nashville who would totally sell me their houseboat. And it would definitely have to be renoed. It's not in, like, bad condition, but... Brain farts aren't too bad, Jelena, but a is a different matter. Yeah, for sure. Hi from Farmington, New Mexico. Speaking of New Mexico, I got some really cool stuff in the mail. So, on my last live chat, I think it was, we talked about this really cool, awesome cell phone case with aliens on it. And I think it was then that we talked about how much I love aliens. And from, I hope I'm saying this right, from Dorian said, enjoy your gift from your #1 YouTube fan. And I am in love with these. I was so excited. I was so beyond excited. I can't wait to find a place to put these. But they're alien stickers, like a whole bunch. I'll show you guys some of my favorites. Let's see. We got Believe in Yourself. Don't let the blonde soak in too long. I'm actually naturally dirty blonde, though. Alien Vistas. There's some really cute ones in here. Let's see. I'm gonna find somewhere in the bus, really cool, but I don't want to, like, I want to be able to keep these forever. That's me eating the pizza, even though it's really not, because I'm not eating bad foods right now. These are cute. Let's see. There was one I really, really liked. Well, I mean, I like them all, but I was, like, nerdly excited about these. They're so awesome. I don't know which one it was. Allergic to humans. I think it was this one. It says allergic to humans. These were probably one of the best things I've ever gotten in the mail. A huge sci-fi geek. Yeah, that's me. Cabernet. Yes. They're so cute. I know. Next page, PJ. So glad I caught you live. Me too. Dory said, hit that thumbs up, people. Yeah, I definitely want to, is it Cameron? I want to go check out Roswell, New Mexico. For sure. For sure. David said, I went to school on Gatlin Road in Nashville. That sounds really familiar. I'm not too, oh, I changed the filter or something. What? You can do that? Let's see. I did not know you could have filters on a live chat. Let's get weird. That's so funny. I did not know you could do that. Wow. You learn something new every day. Let's go with that one. That one's pretty. Leanne said I should send you a tool belt. I will definitely use it. That's something that it's like you go to the store and you don't think about that because you have so much other stuff on your list. You're not thinking about tool belt, and then you don't think about it until you need it. Let's see. Prevost family said, what are you going to call the bus? The bus's name is Levy, after Dan Levy of Schitt's Creek, because that is one of my favorite shows of all time. And if you haven't watched it, I highly suggest it. Paul said, yes, people hit the thumbs up. Over 340 people watching, only 123 thumbs up. Smash that like button. And I said, I really don't like wine. The last time I drank wine was when I was 12 years old at a New Year's Eve party. I feel like if you drink when you're younger and you do it too much, it like sets you apart, and like it makes you not want to drink when you're older. Lindsay said, Mom's house, gym, Lowe's, that's your routine. Pretty much. The bubbles were cool. I had no idea that you could do that on a live chat. I know that you can do that, like if you upload your video, you can add those filters onto your video. I've seen that before, but I didn't know you could actually change it like while you're live. Paul said, is anyone else seeing bubbles and Ryan meds kicking in? Next page, PJ said, I may have missed it, but did the silicone work on Leak No More? That is actually tomorrow's video. I hosed down the bus and checked for leaks, and so tomorrow you guys will find out if there were any more leaks in the bus. Will said, us Texans can't wait till you're back here in Texas. I can't wait till I'm back in Texas. And I think it's funny being in Nashville because I have a Texas tattoo, and I often wear this North Face shirt that has Explore Texas on the back, and it's got the big Texas shape. And then I have Bucky's Texas flag shorts that I wear with that shirt. So I have this huge Texas shirt, Texas flag, Bucky's shorts, and a huge Texas leg tattoo. And so I don't feel weird about it when I'm in Texas. But when I'm other places, I'm like, obviously I'm from Texas. I'll be glad when you're in Central Time Zone again. Am I on a different time zone than Texas? Right now it's 5:42 where I'm at. Wine makes me sick. Give me tequila, baby. Ooh. Tequila is a hit or miss with me. You either will get a very happy drunk or like just the right amount of drunk to, if you say the wrong thing, I will get angry. Like, I feel like I've never been in a fight, but if I were to get in a fight, it'd be like while I was drinking tequila. That drinking theory didn't work for me. I started at 13. John said, will I be getting Bandit back anytime soon? I'm not sure. If I do wind up getting her back, it won't be until the bus is completely done. That being said, I don't know that I will, to be honest right now. Only time will tell, I guess. Kathy in Ohio said it's 6:43 here. Dang, it's almost 7 o'clock. I spilled some wine on the floor and on my shoes, which it doesn't look like it's going to stain too bad. But that's unfortunate. They're just my workout shoes, though. But that's why I need life-proof flooring, because that's the kind of klutz I am. Honest Rage said, I didn't realize Nashville was Central Time Zone. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know which time zone. Like, I know the time zones, I just don't know the specific times of the time zones. So it's like, I know what time it is here, and that's about it. You just christened the bus. Yes. Casey said, coming to Georgia anytime soon. I will be going to Georgia possibly, probably more than likely. I think in August or September for a concert. Next page, PJ said, I bought land in Texas to park my RV on. Can't wait to get there. That's awesome. I was actually looking for land in Texas and still kind of am. Like, if I find the right thing and the right deal lands in my lap, I'll go for it. But I would like to purchase some land to just park on, because it's been a pain to try and park on friends' properties and stuff, because like at my sister's, she lives where they have, you know, HOA codes, and I probably can't park there for too long, so I'll be going in between her house and my friend Bridget's house, possibly my friend Jessica's parents' house. Just anywhere that I can park for a period of time. I did find a really cool Airbnb though I don't remember where, but it was kind of in the country, probably about an hour away from Dallas, but I could rent it out for a whole month and park my bus there as well. So that may be something that I do in July or August. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on how the bus is going, I guess. The bus build. Heather has to start somewhere. Another moderator in the house said, let's keep hitting the thumbs up to support Jaylena. Thank you so much. Next page, PJ said, I've been thinking of you. I know it's a pain to find places to park. I bought it in Livingston. It's further southeast from you there in Dallas. That's awesome. I think I know where that is. But congratulations. Ooh. See, I think I just spilled some more wine. I drink half a cup, I swear. It's not the alcohol. If you make your way to Savannah, it'd be cool to see the bus in person and show you around the city. Savannah, Georgia. All right, I will definitely keep that in mind. Suzanne said, how long have you been on the road? Right now, I'm currently not on the road. I am parked at my mom's house while I'm trying to build out the bus, but I will be moving back to the Dallas area at the end of the month. But I guess technically my next trip, my first official trip in the bus, will be at the end of the month, because you're supposed to drink it, not wear it. I know, right? I'm going on a trip to float the river in New Braunfels with some friends, and we are getting a huge Airbnb house, but I think I think technically there's a treehouse and I paid for the treehouse, but I know that my friend Jessica really wants the treehouse. So her and the guy that she's dating right now, I think I'm going to give them the treehouse, and I'm just going to stay in the bus. And I have a room in there if I want it, but I'll probably just wind up sleeping in the bus. If you had kids, would you raise them on the bus and travel? Probably. I've seen people do it. I don't think that it's, not possible. Like, it's definitely possible. But it also just depends on where I am in life. There's actually a lot of apps that you can use to find parking, which is my favorite one is iOverlander. But I just found I found out about a really cool place that I can park in downtown Dallas. So I'll probably do that a time or two while I'm there, which would just be a fun, cool thing to do. It's beautiful in Dripping Springs. I love Dripping Springs. I actually plan on going there probably, maybe even on this next trip when I go down to the river, make my way to Dripping Springs because my favorite brewery, Family Business Brewery, is there, and I've been dying to go back there, and they're finally open again to the public. So that might be something I do too. Ruth said, hi, I like what you're doing to your bus. So far, I can't wait to see more videos of what you're doing. Thank you. I'm excited about the decorative process, not so much about the building process, but it's been fun. It's definitely been a learning experience. And I've been researching how to frame the bus, and I think everyone pretty much does it the exact same, and I'm not going to be doing it the way that I've seen almost everybody do it. Will it be a mistake? Probably not. It's going to be different. And I get why people do it the way that they do it. I just am going to go with my idea that I have, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Someone said, how long have you been doing woodworking? I wouldn't really say that I'm a woodworker. My ex was a woodworker, and he taught me a lot of things. And so for a few years now, I guess I've been learning. Scott said, I can't comment on your chat with my normal account. That's weird. I wonder why. Honest Rage said, I helped run an Airbnb in Philly before the pandemic began. Gotta make sure y'all reserve ahead of time so you make sure you can get the one you want. Yeah, the one I want right now is actually on sale, and I wish that I could reserve it right now, but I wouldn't be able to reserve it, I don't think, until like June, which I probably wouldn't be able to get it for the price that it's listed for if it's still available. Stefan said, are you going to smash bottle off wine on bus when you go on first trip? Like they do on that boats do when they sit there for sale. I don't even know what that is. I would have to Google it. The joys of building on a bus is still doing it for your liking and not someone else's. True. Like the people that do this and then they wind up making a career out of redoing stuff like that, like they have to really enjoy the process, I feel like. Unless they're just naturally good at it and they can make a living, why wouldn't you? But I just would not want, I don't even want to do it for me half the time. I don't think I could do it for someone else. Pam said, are you going to do a mini bathroom? I will have a toilet and I will have a shower system, but not like you think. I'm just going to have a regular Nature's Head composting toilet, I think. But as far as a shower, I'm going to do more like, what's that channel? Y'all told me to watch the Mr. and Mrs. Adventure. Had like the pull-out shower pan thing. I'm going to do something similar to that. I think that's where my head's at right now. Tito West said, do you plan on having a wooden stove in your bus? As much as I would love to, I've always dreamed about having a wood burning stove in everything that I've ever lived in. Since I got into like the whole tiny house thing. Ooh, mosquito. Excuse my violent side. I hate mosquitoes. I think one just bit me on my thumb and now it itches. But the only reason I wouldn't go that route is because of the cats. I'd be afraid of the pets touching it and burning themselves because they've done it to just the stove before. Or a candle, actually. Sinead said, you're brave doing this build, watching the channel. You definitely look like you know your stuff. Don't be hard on yourself. Even the professionals sometimes get it wrong. Oh, this mosquito is irritating me. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Check out the Hour Shower and Hour Shower 2 on YouTube. I will look it up. Sorry, phone. People usually christen their ships with champagne. Well, I guess I just did that with wine on the bus, so it's already done. I see a lot of light strips in your future. Light strips. Like for lighting in general. I actually, speaking of that, see, throughout this live chat, I'm going to be talking about things that people send me in the mail. I had these on my wish list, and 2 separate people actually sent me the same thing, which is amazing for me because I didn't realize how small they were. But I want to say thank you to Paula J. Maddox for this, and also Nicole 9516 said, hope they come in handy. These are actually the puck lights I'm going to be using. So I got, in total, with both of them, I have 8 lights, which we'll see, but these are really small. Like super small. So I'm definitely going to be using these and possibly more lighting, but 2, 4, 6, 8. But I'll have 2 on each side between every thing, which I think would be enough lighting. They're LEDs, and they're supposed to be pretty bright. And they're the white ones, not the yellow ones. So thank you guys so much for that. A part of you will always live on forever in this bus, or at least as long as I have it. Oh. So that is actually a part of my next planning stage, is where I'm going to be wiring up these bad boys. Because the way that I'm insulating the bus is not going to necessarily interfere with lighting. That's the only thing that I'm going to be like running wires to, or the lights that go in the ceiling. Everything else is going to be basically run off of like an extension cord, I think, from the inverter. That's the idea. I'll have to ask my brother if like, I've seen people do that, so we shall see. I've had those before. They're bright. They might be just enough if well placed. Yeah, I think they'll be enough. And I'm sure I'll have other sources of light too. Tito said, are you going to have solar power? I am going to have solar power. I actually got a super basic solar setup, and I'm thinking that I'll probably wind up getting another 1 or 2 solar panels and 2 to 3 more batteries for this build. But for now, I'm just going to keep it simple and add on as my budget allows. Paul Honeyman did a 5-pound super sticker, said keep it up. I know I ask this every time and I always forget, but do you guys get to pick out the stickers, or did they just generate them automatically for you? And thank you. I've always wondered that. Speaking of these, well, actually, before I go on a rant, a few more thank yous that I want to say are for some t-shirts that some channels have sent me. Greenhorn 1 Acre. These are kind of wrinkly because I've been wearing them. Sent me a t-shirt and I love it. I actually was wearing that yesterday. My mom's leaving. 2 old people on a couch. Again, it's wrinkly because I wore it. And then Bigfoot Farmer sent me this super cute. I haven't gotten a chance to wear this yet. I got it just the other day. So thank you so much, you guys, for your t-shirts. I am, let's just say I'm a t-shirt connoisseur. I have more t-shirts than any other form of clothing. Yard Farmer said, are you still working out daily? I don't work out daily. I work out Monday through Friday. I give myself 2 days off. Oh my goodness. I apologize for the bass. Auntie Ann said, did you get the rigid panels or the flexible? I think the ones that I got are, I'm assuming rigid, you mean like the non-flexible ones, probably. I think those are, I didn't get the flexible ones. Auntie Ann said, I think YouTube picks them, but I'm not sure. I think that's what I remember people saying, but I always forget. Paul Honeyman said, stickers have different values, so you can pick them out. Each value has a few choices, and I know you like this sticker. Oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you. Tommy Stevens said, I love that Bigfoot farmer shirt, so cool. I love how it says that on the back. Yeah, I know, I thought that was so funny too. Kelly Collins said, hey, Sunshine, love the build so far, looks awesome. Thank you. Melody Clark said, hey, from HEB, Texas. Texas is where it's at. Dawn said, finally caught you live from East Texas. I'm loving all the Texans up in this live chat tonight. Kaylee said, I love your build. I'm a support worker and my client Sam loves your videos. Him and his dad are currently building a van for his wheelchair to go in. He loves watching your videos for inspiration. That's so sweet. Tell him I said thank you and tell him I said hi. Dale Betts said, heading to New York State in the morning. Have fun and good luck on your trip. Hopefully it all goes smoothly. Kelly said, South Carolina loves you too. Laugh out loud. I actually may be going to South Carolina in the future. I don't think anytime soon, but possibly sometime in the future for a pretty cool collaboration. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's at the shop where Morgan's at right now. Unstoppable Morgan. I think that's what was said. Eddie said hello from upstate New York. Stephen Carlson loves your channel and your best renovation journey process build. Thank you, Stephen. Carlos said, thanks for proving that a woman can do anything she wants to. Anyone can do anything they put their mind to. And if you try and you fail, then try again. Every time someone says Morgan, my mind immediately goes to Morgan Wallen. And I get excited, and then I realize that that's not who they're talking about. Lindsay said, hey, from Oregon. RGB Blake said, I'm proud of you on the van. Thank you. Eric said, what an inspiration for so many people. Keep doing you. I appreciate it. Sorry for any background noise. My brother just came and my nephews are here. Kelly Collins said, we have some beautiful beaches, and yes, I saw Morgan was here. So cool. Yeah. David Wilkes said, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Maybe going there in the future. Also, shout out to him because I won't say how yet, but you'll see in a future video. I'm having some issues and he has helped me, hopefully, with that. Carmen said, my dad grew up around Ranger, Texas. You might check out that area for cheap land to park on. Ranger, Texas. I feel like I know where that is. I know that the land in Texas on the west side is pretty cheap. I just don't want to live in West Texas. I want to live somewhat near the Dallas area. Dawn Taylor said, did you decide on a shower for your bus? Yeah, I just mentioned that earlier, but I'll say again for you, I'm going to be doing some type of pull-out pan shower like they did on Mr. and Mrs. Adventure's van that they renovated. Nancy said, your eyes look beautiful today. Don't be fooled. It could be the filter that's on there. You guys want to get a little wild again? Let's do some bubbles. Here we go. Oops. I'll do some bubbles for a minute. This is so funny. My live chats will never be the same. But thank you on that compliment. Michelle said, is Levi working on any of his bus lately? He's been trying so hard, and I think he worked on some of it. He's been working on it and getting the rest and stuff taken care of, but his job is relentless. So I'm really glad that he got the job at Home Depot and he'll have more time to work on his bus. David said, okay, going to bed. Need to be up at 3. Oh, good luck. Good night. All right. These bubbles are distracting. We're going back to, let's do this one. Still a filter though. Tito said, check out this other YouTube channel. His name's Mav. He did his Ford F-150 like you're doing to your bus. I actually watch his channel. I do enjoy his videos. David said, Frisco is the exploding area in North Dallas. Oh, I hate Frisco. Frisco and McKinney and all those places. They're too uppity up. I want to live out in the country. Heather has to start somewhere, so keep hitting the thumbs up. Karen said west on I-20, about 2 hours from Fort Worth. Okay, yeah, that's doable. Sharon said, finally caught your live chat from Burleson, Texas. Shout out to all my Texans. Paul. My bad. I'll stay away. Okay, he's just kidding. Alright, I think I'm caught up. So what I was gonna say is, like Samantha from Samantha Olmstead, she always talks about filters and how she's trying to like not do filters anymore on Instagram and stuff, and I admire that. I, however, always use filters. But I feel like if you really want to go see what I look like, hop on my YouTube channel, because there's plenty of videos on there where I'm literally wearing no makeup and there's no filter going on. So, and I mean, you kind of just get what you get. Even now with this, there's a filter. The only thing it's doing is making me slightly more white, I feel like. And the bus behind me is super blue. I caught you live from Oregon. Cool. Oregon is where my parents were born. Both my mom and my dad were born in Oregon. And I was born in Washington, but I'm a Texan. Honest Rage said, will you be at the meetup next weekend? I will be floating a river in New Braunfels, Texas next weekend. Got a refill. Speaking of Mav and his channel, my little brother, my other little brother, not Levi, his name is Emmanuel. He's in Washington right now, but he inherited a Hummer from his dad, who passed away last year. And before I bought the bus, I wanted to buy his Hummer, but he was trying to sell it for more than he's trying to sell it for now. Should have took me up on my offer when I offered it to you. But I thought that would be super cool to do a Hummer and live in that. It'd probably be like the same gas mileage as the bus. But my mom might buy it, so if she does, then I'm definitely gonna do some camping trips in the Hummer. I think that'd be really cool. Like when I want to take a break from the bus, I'm gonna be camping in a Hummer. Paul said, Jelena, that filter shows you're alive, not white. Kelly Collins did a $10 super chat and said, use this as you see fit, loving the process of the build. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Auntie Ann said, I thought it made you look a little more tan. Maybe. What is the blue steel? You guys know what I'm talking about? If you do, you'd a bomb. Blue bus with yellow windows. So the blue bus is Levi's bus. The yellow is my bus that's coming on the reflection. That won't be yellow for long. Mr. C said, just wanted to say you look absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. John in Alaska said, forget retiring in Florida. You should retire here in Alaska. Who said anything about retiring in Florida? Oh, wait, I did, right. On a boat. I wouldn't stay in Florida the whole time, though. I'd want to go sail. Sail around the world. I could sail to Alaska. Tell Levi to be quiet, laugh out loud. That's actually my other brothers. I have 6 brothers in total. Fun facts. So 2 of them are here right now. One you saw helping me figure out what was wrong with my van and helping me change filters and stuff like that. And he's been helping me with the bus and trying to make sure that it's all running and good to go. And then my other brother, I don't think that you guys have seen him on any videos, but he lives down the street. David Wilkes did a $5 super chat, said camo. I would love to do a camo bus, but I'm not going to. It would be on my list though. Honest Rage said, you always look adorable, hun. Thank you. Mark said, what color are you going with the bus, or is that a secret? So it's not necessarily a secret. I've told people in live chats before, but like I said on my last live chat, I like giving spoilers because I feel like you guys deserve it since you're hanging out with me when you could be doing anything else, literally anything else. So I'm going to be painting the bus white, but the strips on the side, I always forget what they're called, but those are going to be a different color. And it's going to be kind of like this color, but a little bit darker. And whenever I make my way to Amarillo, Texas, I know an artist there who has said that he will help me paint a mural on the bus. And by mural, I don't really know what I'm going to, maybe like a desert theme thing. That's kind of what the aesthetic I'm going for, I think, is more like desert colors and stuff. Think New Mexico and aliens, I guess. That's probably the best way to describe what this bus is going to be. It's going to be a lot of desert and alien themed stuff. Cameron said, careful blondes and hammers bring up... Okay, let's... Yeah. I just answered that. Grumpy old man said, did I win the $200? Haha. Well, I don't think I've reached 30,000 subscribers yet, so... No one's won yet, I don't think. Let's see. Let's check. I am at 29,339. So we're getting somewhere. We're getting there, little by little. I'll take it. Michelle said, do you have any sisters? I have one sister, and she's the oldest. And Honest Rage said, Unstoppable Morgan's looking into buying a boat. Yeah, I was on her live chat last night, and she was talking about that, and I think it's awesome. Rubber Rails. Yes. Thank you, Matthew. I always forget what they're called. Heather has to start somewhere. Said, are you going to stop by Canyon, Texas when you go to Amarillo? I don't know. Should I? Is that a place that I should be stopping at? Ryan said, this is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, the comments are... Whenever the comments slow down, I'm going to take a drink, and then I'm going to share something that someone sent me in the mail.
They're both back there. Yeah. That's awesome. Look at them go.
I think they're talking about...
Yeah,
they're playing with remote controllers. Mr. Canuck 1213 said, you're looking good. In the bus, too. Keep up the hard work. Jenny said, did the window seal work? I was praying for you for no more leaks. That will be tomorrow's video. I hosed down the bus today and found out whether or not I still have leaks. So you guys will have to wait. Honest Rage said, I almost 11,000 people on your Facebook page. That's awesome. Did you know you can get monetized on Facebook too? Palo Dura Canyon, an amazing history museum. I'll have to remember that. I would definitely love to stop by. I love I'm a history buff, so definitely up my alley. Oh, everyone see how much Jaylena drinks, laugh out loud. Jenny said, I can't wait to find out. I'm excited for you guys. Lindsay said, it's leaking red wine. Have y'all ever heard that song, A Hole in the Bottle, when she's talking about wine? It's my song, sometimes. I really don't drink wine much anymore. Steph said, any places in particular you're going to explore, or are you just choosing and going? Mostly just kind of flying by, what is it, the seat of my pants? Seam of my pants? I'm not a planner. I don't make plans. The only place that I'm actually like wanting to go is, there's a place in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Is one place. I definitely want to go back to my reservation. I want to go to Big Bend in Texas. Back to Florida. I mean, I want to hit every state in America though, including Hawaii. Ed's Crazy Homestead said, you're looking well, the bus is looking great, and you're doing an awesome job. Please keep up the great work. Thank you. Canada on the list. If at some point in the future we are allowed to go there, I think they have a lot of restrictions right now. So this was on my wish list, and the reason I put this on my wish list was because this would have come so handy in the van, that I figure it's probably something that I want in the bus. So this is from Steve Erickson, and it's just a little hand broom, and this is the color of my bedding. So the theme is going to be like this burnt orange color and like sage green. So thank you so much, Steve, for that. But I always looked for them at Walmart and Target, and I could never find one when I was looking for them, and I found that one on Amazon, and I'm really grateful to have it because I definitely could have used it a lot in the van. Bubblicious. Will you have any seating on the bus for someone else to go with you, like mom or family and camping? Both. I don't know about Levi. I could see him having seating for himself, but not really planning to have company. I, on the other hand, I'm not necessarily planning to have company, but I do want to have, like, I'll say this. I'll have seating if I do have people come with me. And I'll also say that if I have someone travel with me, they would have to be someone comfortable enough to sleep in the same bed with me. And I'm saying they would have to be comfortable, like, I would have to be that comfortable with them. And obviously, if they're going to be traveling with me, then I must be pretty comfortable with them. Because I don't think it's weird to sleep in the same bed with your friends. It's only weird if you make it weird. My friends don't make it weird. I have good friends. None to make me want to pop them. Darla Ann said, what are you going to call this one? The name of the bus is going to be Levy. Sorry, I think I'm like, okay, I'm not too far behind. Veronica said, while New Braunfels detour through San Antonio. I might. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be in the bus, so I may make a awesome trip out of it and go to a few different places and not just the river, so. Because whenever I come back from the river, I won't be coming back to Nashville. I'll be staying in Texas. And I'll be posted up in the Dallas area and a few different places around Dallas. And I say a few different places because I'm not going to be at one spot all the time. I'll be switching between places. So because I'm on someone's property and it's like in a normal neighborhood, I can't stay parked there for too long. Honest Rage said, at this point I only share other people's music videos, but I want to start posting my own music soon. That's cool. What do you do as far as music goes? Like, are you a singer? Do you play an instrument? Darla said, coming in from the beautiful state of California. I definitely want to go to California. I have friends in California that I'd like. Sherry said, what are you going to do with the windows? Are you going to put something over them so people can't see in and out? I'll just have curtains. One of the huge things that I absolutely love about the bus in general is the fact that there's so many windows and it's so bright. Like right now, the sun's not out, and if I were in the van, I would not have this type of lighting. So I'm super grateful for all the windows. So I'm not going to be covering up any windows. I'm just going to have curtains that I can open up super easily and close, but close enough that people can't see in. Auntie Ann said, every time you say levee, I hear the song in my head. Drove my Chevy to the levee. That's funny. Impromptu Texas meetup. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe during my travels, I'll do like a thing where if you follow me on like Instagram, I'll post where I'm going to be and you can meet me there if you want to, or like I'll do it on Facebook sometimes I'll do it on YouTube, and it would just kind of have to be like a surprise thing. That'd be cool. Susan said, how old are you? Sorry, so many questions. I need to go back and view your past videos. I am 28 and I will be 29 in July. My last year of my 20s coming up. So far, 30 has shown me some happiness that I never experienced in my 20s. And though I am still 20, I'm saying I feel like my 30s are going to be some good years. Tornado Tony said, I've slept in the same bed with a friend with no problems. If you're good friends, it shouldn't be. Exactly. Like, I sleep in the same bed with my friend Jessica every time I stay at her apartment, unless she has company, then I sleep on the couch. But, like my friend that I went with to Mexico and stuff, like, we can, half the time we slept in the same bed, and half the time we'd get separate beds. It was just whichever was cheaper. And it's not weird if you don't make it weird. Like, it's totally possible to be friends with the opposite sex and it not be sexual. Heather said, if Glen Rose isn't too far away, several museums there along Big State Park that has the dinosaur prints in the river. Is it real dinosaur prints? Is that a stupid question? That would be really cool to see. Camper van, is it Goss? Am I saying that right? Hi, full-time van lifer here from the UK. I would love to do a road trip in the States. Enjoy your travels. That's awesome. I would love to do a road trip in other countries. Honest Rage said, I sing and play guitar and the flute, and my daughter also plays and sings. I've shared a few of their songs on there so far. That's awesome. My mom's a singer-songwriter. Praying Cowboy said, your skylight looks plastic. What will you do with the Texas hail? Well, it really only hails in Texas during a certain time of the year. Really and truly, I can either park under someone's carport, rent a carport to park under, or worst case scenario, say it's gonna hail, right? And I'm like, oh no, I have a skylight and I have nowhere to park underneath. I'm gonna go to a car wash, a self-serve car wash, and I will park in that car wash until it stops hailing. Life hacks. So if you need to cover from hail, just go park at the car wash. Deborah said, have you ever been to the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee? It's so beautiful there. No, but I've driven some drives here in Tennessee, and Tennessee is a beautiful state. Like, beautiful state. I love it here. It is absolutely gorgeous. Honest Rage said, I eventually want to start a trio with both my daughters who are in their 20s and who are very talented as well. That's awesome. You should. That'd be really cool. Melody 2 said, may want to check out the curtains made with blackout for cold and hot days. Several YouTubers. That's what I had in my van. Not on the windows, but on the front to cover the, I guess, front area. I had blackout curtains. David did a $10 super sticker. Thank you. That's the first time I've ever received that super sticker. I'm going to assume that that is a hippopotamus. Any other guesses? Is that, you guys think that's a hippopotamus? Pablo says, you definitely look a lot happier than when you just started your van build. I'm going to be real here. I'm in a real different spot in my life than I was a year ago, or even 3 months ago. Crazy how life changes and how we change as people. I'm definitely a lot happier. I have my dark days, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, I have a lot of good days. Haley said, look up Clayton State Park in New Mexico. There are real dinosaur tracks, and it's a gorgeous place to camp. I am going to take a picture of that. And this is how I remember stuff. North Massachusetts, you can park your bus at my house. We have a big driveway. That's awesome. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Candy said, I love the windows on your bus too. I make curtains out of heavy painter's cloth so I can roll them up and tie them up. That's a good idea. Watching from Ohio or Idaho. I'm here in Tennessee. I'll be sad to see you go. I'll be back. Yep, it's a hippo. I have to run. Have a great evening, hun. Thanks you, Auntie Ann. Have a good night. Have you ever been to the Devil's Tower? Where's that? I think I've heard of it. I don't know that I've ever been there. I'm going to take a picture of that too so I can Google it later. There's somewhere that I really want to go, and it has the name Devils in it, but I don't remember where it's at. Paul said, just remember you have a lot of people backing you and wishing you nothing but happiness. Thank you. I appreciate that. Up and onward. Nothing but positive energy. I prefer bourbon. You know what, David? I prefer bourbon too. I just don't have any, so There's that. Devil's Den in Florida. That's what I was thinking of. I really want to go there. There was one state park I went to in Florida. I don't remember the name. I'd have to go back and look at Instagram. But they had manatees there. And we kayaked. Or no, we were in a canoe. And where the manatees were, it was like crystal clear water. Like crystal clear. And then where the buoys, I think that's what they're called, right? I don't want to get it wrong. But where they were floating, as soon as you crossed that, the water was pitch black. And I mean scary pitch black. I was terrified to fall over, and like I was with my ex, and like we were arguing because we couldn't like we couldn't get flowing together enough to do this canoe right. So we were going this way and we weren't trying to go that way, and then like so we were arguing and like teetering, and I was so terrified that I was going to fall in that black water and I was going to get eaten by an alligator. I was so scared. That was probably, I mean, it was a great experience, but in that moment, I was so scared. I'd do it again. Because that's who I am as a person. Maybe this time, like, I feel more comfortable sitting on a paddleboard and doing it alone. Florida has lots of springs. I don't think I've ever been to, man, maybe actually that one was a spring. It was whenever, so I used to work with bands. Well, I worked with a band. And on the very last Warped Tour in 2018, they did like a week in Florida. Maybe even 2 weeks in Florida. But the band that I was with, they didn't do the Florida run. So we actually just followed the tour. And we had some friends that were in one of the bands, and they didn't have a tour bus. And two of the guys wound up like coming with us and sleeping in the truck. And in the back of the truck, it was funny. But we wound up going all the way around Florida, and so I think that was the only spring that we stopped at, or the only like national park. But it was super fun. Florida's definitely one of my favorite states. And I'm from Texas, so I could take the heat, which is very, very warm in the South. Which I think it's funny that I'm doing the majority of my bus build like in the Texas heat. It's gonna be great. So speaking of the bus build and living with the cats, I bought them a cat tent, and so it's like a mesh tent that it's a tent in itself, and then it has like a big tube that they can go down. So I bought that for them to stay in whenever I'm working inside the bus if I need to keep them outside. I will be at my sisters and friends' houses, so I can open the garage and keep them in the garage with a fan on them so they're not in the sun and they can keep cool. That's my plan as far as the cats go when I'm working on the bus. And I think typically they'll be fine with me working as long as like the power tools are not inside. Other than that, I can keep the doors closed and they'll be fine. It's nothing they're not used to. JR Dirty 530 said, "I'm new here. Are you building a bus?" I'm not building a bus, but I'm building out a bus. I am building a tiny house on wheels in a 4-window short bus because I'm special. Kimberly said, "Devil's Tower is about 2 hours from me here in Wyoming." Oh, okay. It's in Wyoming. All right. See, not screenshots, but pictures. Yellowstone. Ooh, that sounds like a fun road trip. Bart said, if you want to ever stay at my lake house in the Keys, just let me know. I can give you the key code and I can turn off the alarm from there." Well, shoot, you ain't gotta ask me twice. When I'm in the Keys, I'll be hitting you up, Bart. Chuck said, "If you ever get in the Houston area, check out the San Jacinto Monument State Park. This is where Sam Houston." Okay, so first of all, I think is that where the huge Sam Houston statue is that everyone stops to take pictures with? I've never been there. I've never stopped to take pictures. How Texas am I really if I don't ever stop to take pictures with the bluebonnets and the statues? Eat my shorts. Okay. Time for another thank you round. So, this was also on my wish list. This is from Andalian. Am I saying that right? Gift from Indiana from the Andalon family. Andalon. How would you guys say that? Anyways, it's a steering wheel cover for my bus. Look at that. I love it. I really like stuff like this, dream catchers, the whole like Mexican art, like the Mexican blankets and stuff like that. It's my stuff. And then also I got this. I can't find the little thing that tells you who it's from, and I honestly don't, maybe it didn't come with one. But someone sent me this fruit basket thing, which I think that's the one that was on my wish list. But I love it. Thank you so much to whoever sent that. And if you're watching now or if you watch in the future, thank you so much, and feel free to let me know your name, because I would love to thank you by name. The wheels on the bus. JR said, "Oh, you're Jaylena. I've heard of you. You're building out a bus. I watch lots of van life. Either Samantha or Morgan mentioned your name." I think Morgan's only mentioned me once, which was yesterday. But me and Samantha like talk about each other quite often. I think of the people that I've met through this lifestyle. I've only met a couple people in person, which was Donna Van Life and Samantha Olmstead, and I can say that I do consider both of them good friends, and we do keep in touch fairly often. But I'm so proud of both of them for so many different reasons. Patricia said, "Just thought I'd let you know, if you just said that you're gonna lock the door, will you talk? It's in. You might as well take it out now." I am not sure if you mean like the front door. Am I changing it? I don't know what I'm gonna do with the front door. Honestly, I'd like to put a different type of door on there instead of that one, or maybe turn that into a normal door. I haven't decided yet. I haven't done a ton of research on it. I may just do a normal door. We'll see. I'm just not that far along yet. That's something I would do towards the end. I cannot pronounce your name, and I apologize. Hosen, you're a positive woman. I love your videos. You're the still of your life, I think is what you meant. Thank you. Scott said, "Where's your wish list?" I usually have it in the description of my videos, and sometimes when I do live chats, I don't always, I forget to sometimes add a description on there, but I usually do at a point later on. Linda said, "Laugh out loud, I try to leave a pic and message on your Facebook." On my Facebook page? I haven't checked it. I'll have to check it. Sherry said, "Is it true you have to have a glass pane door to be able to see out the side of your bus when traveling?" I mean, you have to have some type of window to see out of it. Bye, Paul. Have a good night. Have fun hanging out with the other channel that you watch on Tuesdays. Oh, Patricia said, "Just don't ever tell people you're leaving stuff in there, that's all." Oh, I mean, people are going to kind of know that I live in here. I don't think I can get around that. I will say that when I was in my van, I was never away from it for too long. Like, at most, maybe like 10-15 minutes if I was like at Walmart grocery shopping or at Planet Fitness. JR said, "What's up with all the background noise?" I have family over, so my older brother's here with a couple of his kids, and they are out back. I'm in the backyard too, but they're kind of a little further back, and they're playing with remote control cars. And like my mom's out there, my other older brother's out there, his girlfriend's out there. They're just having a good old hoedown. Honest Ridge says you can padlock it until you can change it out. Yeah, I plan to try and figure out some type of locking system for this style of door, even if I am going to change it in the future, just because that's kind of needed if I'm going to be living in here. Brenda said, is there wine in that cup? You sure dang right there's wine in that cup. It's this black box wine, and it's actually really good. I was surprised. Scott said, does Levi have a wish list? I think Levi's working on a wish list. I think he's still trying to figure out stuff that he needs. Mark Q said, Levi, is your brother... Jelena, is your brother Levi close to 7 foot tall? He is 6'6", I think. So kind of close. Brenda said, you go girl. Thank you. I just think of Mean Girls, the guy from Mean Girls. I think that's what I'm thinking of. I think so. I don't know. I just thought you wouldn't boot. I'm not sure what exactly you're trying to say. Just so y'all know, when you have typos in your text, I cannot barely read half the time since I'm dyslexic. So you're making my job a lot more harder. It is a lot more harder, even correct English. Brenda said, Patricia, are you drinking wine? That's funny. Now they're throwing the football. Melody 2 said, how did you find your bus? I found this bus on Facebook Market. Every vehicle I looked at was from Facebook Market. Join said, what kind of coffee are you drinking? The good kind. The kind that makes you feel good. It's about the same color too. Steph said, maybe an RV door will fit. Yeah. I've seen people do RV doors. I think that's what Dale did. He did an RV door. JR said, you must be tall too, 5'9". I'm 5'8". I'm pretty tall. I think, in my opinion, I'm pretty tall. With just heels on, I'm super tall. Patricia said, where are you from? I was born in Spokane, Washington, but I grew up in Texas. I am a Texas girl all the way. Like, that is home. That is where I feel like I'm home. That's probably where I'll settle down. Don't quote me on that, because I'm very adventurous, so I might have more than one place. Patricia said, weed and drinker. I'm assuming she's asking if I smoke the devil's lettuce and drink the devil's juice. I do not smoke the devil's lettuce. I do drink the devil's juice occasionally. JR said, I noticed that too about typos and non-punctuation. I really am dyslexic, and so sometimes I like read things wrong, and then sometimes I'm literally reading them right, but I think that I'm reading them wrong because they're typed out wrong, and it gets confusing. Mother of Max said, you are looking physically fit lately. Are you doing anything special? I am lifting weights 5 times a week plus cardio 3 to 5 times a week. I'm doing a program called Fit by Katie. My favorite fitness influencer, her name is Katie Hearn. I'm doing her program, which I did years ago. But every time I would get into a relationship, which was most of my 20s, I'd always lose focus on myself, and I would stop working out, which is one of my favorite things to do. And that's something that I've decided for myself, like, next time I date someone, fitness still has to be a priority in my life no matter what, and I prefer to date someone who's also cares as much about their health and fitness as I do. That's not a must, but they have to be supportive of your journey too, you know? Like, if you don't want to work out but you like to draw, guess what? I'm gonna gas you up every time you whip out that pencil and draw something cool. You know, work on yourself. Never stop working on yourself. And if you can't support your partner, you shouldn't be in a relationship. Scott said, are you nervous traveling, like, safety-wise? I was at first. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I first started traveling in the van, I was very cautious and nervous. But after doing that, I'm not. So being in a bus, it's a lot different. It's definitely different from a van. I can't just park outside of someone's house. Like, I could even park in between two houses and no one would know which house I was at. So, like, the neighbors would assume I was just at the neighbor's house. Can't do that in a bus. Can't get away with that. Melody 2 said, you can make the bus door a single door. Several schoolies have done that with the house lock. Yeah, that's probably what I'll wind up doing. Linda Arms, College Station, Texas. Armpit of Texas. That's just because that's where all the college kids are at. I have a lot of friends that I went to high school with that went to College Station. That lived in College Station. John, am I saying that right? Is it John or Dwayne? Said, you would like Scott Adams. He's alone in Northern California. It's driving him nuts. Look him up. He's a cartoonist. I just might. Patrice said, yeah, Texas. Texas girl, too. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I love how there's so many Texans here. JR said, nice virtually meeting you. Peace out. I've subscribed. Thank you, JR. It's nice meeting you, too. See you in the future. I go live at least once a week. Leah said, laugh out loud. Only good thing out of College Station is Highway 6. Honest Rage said, I bought my daughter's I-59 billion volt stun guns. I do have forms of protection also that I keep with me and on me and around me, like multiple forms. I just don't talk about them because anyone that messes with me is going to be in for a rude awakening and they're going to be surprised because they're not going to know. I have hiding spots. Good ones. Shannon said, I'm so glad you're doing good mentally on your own and single now. You're actually blossoming. It's showing. I'm so here for it. Thank you. I was actually talking to one of my best friends, Crystal, who passed away in the end of 2019 from ovarian cancer. And last year, when I was going through a really hard time, her husband actually became one of my really close friends, and we were talking earlier. We've been talking over the last couple of days, and they would have been together for 9 years recently, and so it's been really hard for him, and I've been missing her a lot too lately, and it's weird to think about how, like the world, if your heart stops, the world doesn't stop. So you have to keep moving, you have to keep going on, you have to hang on, and you have to do that for yourself. And mental health has been a huge thing for me, and I've hit some pretty low points, but I am happy to say that the good days just get better every day. The bad days seem to be a little worse, but they are far and few between recently, which I'm so grateful for, but they do hit me hard sometimes. But I'm happy that I'm still here. I'll say that. Freeze Spirit said, where are your cats? They are inside. I thought about bringing BB out here with me because she was just like, every time I go inside, she freaks out and she's happy to see me. And she'll follow, she follows me, but she'll like walk in front of me because she knows where I'm going. So she'll walk in front of me, but then she'll stop and look at me to make sure I'm still coming. And then if I keep walking, she'll go. And like, she's just being very affectionate today. Leanne said, good to see you again. I live in Jackson, Tennessee. That's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Mother Mac said, where do you plan on going first when your van is completed? My original plan, once it's done, was to head west. But at this point, if the budget's there, I may be going east for a cool project that has to do with the bus. But we'll see. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a planner. I don't make plans. I just kind of go with the flow, roll with the punches, and I go where life takes me. Like a Bully Homestead, what's up? Said, hey, what's up? So cool to see you growing and doing your own thing. Thank you, I appreciate that. Coming from someone who I know has been around for a very long time. Cameron said, atta girl, your protection is your responsibility, never be a victim. It is your responsibility, 100%. You gotta be prepared. Scott said, the more I watch your channel, the more I'm moving towards wanting to buy a bus. You know, I was actually like dead set on getting a ProMaster van. I was in love with the idea. I was like, I gotta do this. I have to find a way to get a ProMaster van. And then I came across Navigation Nowhere's channel, and I was still all about the ProMaster van life. And I actually fell in love with his channel and his buses. And then I found this bus, and I was like, that's a sign. Well, actually, no, I found a different bus that I was like going to buy. It was, I think, the same size, maybe a little bit shorter. So yay for this one. But it was a purple bus of this girl. She has a YouTube channel. I don't remember the name of it, but she met a guy, and they were gonna. He's from like Switzerland, so she's basically like selling all of her stuff, and she was gonna move to Switzerland to be with this man. And then she was like, I'm showing it on Saturday, and I was like, got the cash, I'm gonna go buy it. And then she showed it before then and sold it. So then my dream was crushed, and it was in that moment, in that time, that I was like, I think I want a bus. And I actually, after that, I found a box truck that I was dead set on buying again. It didn't work out. Like, I had the cash, and I was like, I want to come buy it. Like, I will come today. And then he wound up selling it. And at that point, I was getting discouraged. But then I found this bus, drove 2 hours to test drive it. And it worked out. And I think everything happens for a reason. I'm a huge believer in that. And this bus is proof. 100%. S. Williams said, your skin is glowing. What skincare do you use? I would have to show you. I don't know the name of all of my stuff. Maybe that's something that I'll talk about in a future live chat when I actually have like my skincare stuff in front of me, so I could tell you exactly like what I do, because I get that question all the time. But I appreciate it. Randall said, hi from Colorado, but I like Texas when I visited. I'm just not fond of the big birds. The big birds? Well, you know what they say, everything's bigger in Texas. Brenda said, I have 5 cats. They are my loves. I have 2 cats, and they're my babies. Randy said, keep your head up. Sherry said, when you're having a hard time, you should speak out and talk to people about it, and don't hide it and be left alone in your thoughts. While I agree 100%, I can tell you right now from experience and from someone who does battle with mental health, when I have down days, the last thing I want to do is talk to anybody. So I normally don't. And I can tell you, and you can tell me all day long to talk to somebody, but when you're in that spot and you're in that mindset, that's the last thing that you want to do. Lee said, question, are you going to take out most of the windows or just black them out? I'm leaving in all of my windows. I love the fact that there's so many windows and there's so much light, so I'm definitely going to leave all the windows in there. RT3 said, that cat walks in front of you watching for snakes. She's my protector. Oh, I'll just pretend that that's true. Northern Star Homestead said, so cool to catch a live while it's actually live from you. Very much enjoying this project. We are all learning with you new things. Thank you. Susan said, thank you for being honest on how you're feeling. A lot of people do not understand about mental illness. I suffer from major depression. Lately watching Sarah Lee's sister who recently passed has helped. I didn't know that she had a sister. I know who you're talking about, and I'll have to go look her up. Don't freak out over my name. I assure you in black. I just left shock value. Georgette said, is that coffee from your Journey Along with Shannon cup? Or is that coffee cup from Journey Along with Shannon? It is. It is. How did you know? I said it earlier, but with the live, you wouldn't know that, I guess, unless you went. Can you? I don't know that you can rewind to the live chat, like, until it's over. Guest said, "Hi, I'm new here. Heard about you on Unstoppable Morgan. Can't wait to check out all your videos. I'm happy to have you. Thank you for being here. Welcome." I wanted to say, welcome to the It Show. Just kidding. It's family-friendly content here. Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show said, "You're really getting after the bus build. Things are looking great." Thank you. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I showed off your shirt. Front and back. People got a kick out of that. It's wrinkly because I wore it. And I haven't done laundry yet. Am I behind on questions? I feel like I'm behind on questions. 2 old people on a couch. So, Jelena, I understand about mental health very well, both personally for myself and for my oldest son. My son left this earth 7 years ago and lost his battle. If you need someone to talk to, let me know, Deb. That is so sweet, and I'm so sorry to hear that. I will definitely keep you in my prayers. That, I don't know. I get a warm feeling in my heart. Mark Q says, "I can tell that you have a Texas accent. Very, very strong, Jaylena." So it's funny. When I'm in Texas, I tell people tell me I have a northern accent, which I don't think I do. Like, I haven't lived in Washington since I was 6. I grew up in Texas. And then everyone, even like everyone outside of Texas or kids, tell me that I'm country. I'm like, "Oh, you have such a country accent." I feel like some of the people commenting are like out of it. Scott said, "I wake up each day just working, wondering what life will bring. Bored. I don't feel a path in life. I think maybe this is something I need. Got access to all tools." I say follow your gut, follow your intuition. That is awesome, Cameron. When I married my wife in 93, we lived our first year together in a 96, 63 passenger Bluebird bus that I converted into home. That is awesome. I love stories like that. Like a Bully Homestead says, "It shows, laugh out loud." That's my channel. Grumpy Grandpa Patriot said, "We missed it. Thanks so much." Leah said, "What's your plans for power?" I have a super basic solar setup, but it will not be so basic over time. Basically, I already have a super basic solar setup on its way, but I'll probably wind up investing in a couple more solar panels and 3 to 4 more batteries over time as my budget allows. Leanne said, "I deal with mental depression and anxiety. I know exactly what you're going through and always here for you. Thank you." Mother of Max said, "I've lost 105 pounds and I found that exercise helps a lot with my depression." That's amazing, first of all. Second of all, congratulations. Third, I 100% agree. And since I started going to the gym and lifting, going to the gym like consistently 5 times a week, it's definitely helped. And I can tell you right now, the days that I take off are more or less like I'm more likely to have a down day if I don't go to the gym. Marky Mark Cutler did a 5-pound super chat, said, "I love your positive mental attitude." Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. RT3 said, "Now her Texas accent is minimal. Mine is so twangy I can pass as a native for Alabama or Georgia." See, I don't think, like, I definitely have somewhat of a southern accent. I notice it. Sometimes I catch myself and I'm like, "Whoa, that was really country." But most of the time, I don't think I have like a super southern accent. But, I mean, I guess it depends on where you're from. If you're from like way north, you might think that I do have quite the country accent. I think I showed you guys all the stuff that I got in the mail. Rhonda said, I love your beautiful clothes. You look amazing. Thank you so much, Rhonda. I got this very cute little cottagey fairy shirt that I love from Walmart. It was on sale for $11. Someone commented on one of my videos recently, and I think that they were trying to be rude, and they were like, you bought your shoes from Walmart. And I don't know if they were trying to be rude. I didn't respond back to them. Or actually, I did respond back to them. I said, I sure did. Because I do shop at Walmart. Ain't no shame in my game. I shop at Walmart and I shop at Target. And you know what? People compliment my clothes all the time. And the shoes I was wearing were like wannabe Birkenstocks. And Birkenstocks are like $200 sandals. I would never. I've had expensive shoes in the past, but I'm not as materialistic as I used to be. And I'm not going to lie, I used to be very materialistic. And as I've grown, I've learned to find value in memories and moments versus material things that don't necessarily mean much. I'm not going to take with me when I go. No one's going to remember me for my $200 Birkenstocks. So that was just something I thought was funny. And also, if you know I shop at Walmart, it's because you also shop at Walmart. So that's what I find funny. To old people on a couch said, I love that shirt. I buy all my clothes at Walmart. Yeah, see, I splurge at Target and I should buy most of my clothes at Walmart. See, for me, Target's splurging. Unless it's on sale, then I found so many cute things at Target that were on sale. Susan did Aloha. Susan Aloha did a $10 super chat, said buy some spring flowers or something to make you smile. Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Lee said there was that Texas girl accent laugh out loud. I sure do. See, I didn't even notice. I sure do.
She's coming right now.
Mother Max said, I'm a Target girl, but I pronounce it Target. I mean, sometimes I do. It just depends on who I'm talking to or the situation, I guess. Some people may not know what I'm talking about if I'm like, yeah, I shop at Target. Like Wally World. Everyone knows what Wally World is. Bonnie said, I always get to your live chats 2 to 3 days late. This time I made it, but very late. Build is looking good from Lucky Warrior, a.k.a. Bonnie S. Can't wait till I start my build journey. That's awesome. What are you going to build out? Are you doing a bus or a van or a car? Milady 2. I think I've been saying your name wrong this whole time. Sorry. Like I said, I'm dyslexic. I think I see it now, though. The people that judge you for where you shop are shallow. 100%. Like, I don't need that type of negativity in my life. I've committed to giving up negativity this year. And if that's you, goodbye. Elaine said, I'm just thankful if I have shoes. Who cares where they come from? Exactly. Lewis said, no shame in shopping at Walmart and Target. I do. I mean, right? Herman said, I'm 50, just lost a longtime friend. As life goes along, I'm finding God is becoming more involved in my life, and I hope you ask him for guidance and remember nobody is perfect. I'm sorry to hear about your loss, Herman. I'll definitely keep you in my prayers. Bill Field said, remember everyone hit the like button. 2 old people said, Tarjay is from Gilmore Girls. Is it? I'll have to rewatch Gilmore Girls for the 100th time. I love Gilmore Girls. Mark Q said, your clothes are very, very beautiful, Julian. Also, it is important to save money as well. Exactly. Like, why waste your money on $200 Birkenstocks when you can buy literally, like, the same shoes at Walmart for $10? Rhonda said, you look like $1,000,000. Thank you. I like Ross, too. Ross is great. I don't shop at, well, one, I don't go shopping very often, which I feel like is why I find myself buying clothes at Walmart and Target so much. Not so much, but like when I do buy clothes, It's because that's where I grocery shop, so I have to go there. I don't like actively go out to go shopping. When I do, like I'll go to places like Ross and stuff, but I don't ever intend on buying clothes. So if I do, it's because I'm with someone who's looking at clothes and I happen to find something. Like my mom was looking for a shirt today, so we were in the clothes and I was like, "This shirt is so cute," and it's like on sale for $10. Treat yourself. RT3 said, at a certain point in life, which is different for all of us, saving money becomes more fun than being in the clique. I don't think I was ever in the clique, so I had my own clique, and I'll forever be grateful for the good friends I had growing up. Alice said, yes, your best and happiest years are ahead of you. I sure hope so. Cameron said, it doesn't matter where you get your clothes, they all serve their purpose, and that is to cover up what the good Lord gave you. Exactly. Bill said, I shop at Walmart every day. If you don't like that, keep your bad thoughts to yourself. Susan said, you're so sweet. Keep doing live chats. Is it your chi? Your channel. I thought you were talking about your like energy, like your chi. Your channel is going to blow up, so I'm so happy to cheer you on. Thank you so much. Liana, am I saying that right? Liana said, I shop at thrift stores and no one knows unless I tell them. I have a lot of like name brand stuff from thrift stores. If I'm wearing something that's name brand, I don't know that I have anything name brand now, but if I was ever wearing something name brand, it probably came from a thrift store. Especially like shorts for the summertime. I'll go to the Goodwill and I'll buy me some Abercrombie shorts. I'll tell you right now, I didn't buy them from Abercrombie. Jim Sanders said, I love your videos. You're so pretty. Thank you. North Star Homestead said Marshalls. Sarah said Burlington. Mark said Smart Shopper. I like shopping at Goodwill too. B Bright said, I've seen a few of the bus conversions. So you've been traveling for a while now. How did you start? So I think in July will be a year since I bought my van. Now, when my ex and I got together, we were dating for a while before we both finally told each other that we were interested in tiny living. The guy I dated before him, we were living in this massive like downtown loft apartment in Dallas, Texas, and it was amazing, but I was the one paying rent, and I was spending like $1,300 on rent plus utilities, and it was just so much money that I started looking into like tiny houses and shed houses. And then we wound up breaking up because we were on two totally different spectrums of life. And then I met my ex, and we dated for a while before either one of us admitted to each other that we were thinking about living small. And when we did, that's kind of when it really took off, and we wound up doing a shed house. And then we looked for vans and buses and stuff, and we almost actually bought a shuttle bus to do together. And none of that ever wound up panning out, but I started looking for vans last year in January. What is this, 2021? Yeah. Last year in January, I found my van that I bought in July, built it out, and hit the road for I think so many months with pets. And then I decided, like, for me and our comfort, I could live in a van, I could live in a car, but I can't do that to my fur babies. So for them, I wanted to get something bigger, more open, something with more windows, which led to this bus, and I'm so thankful for that. But that's basically how I started. Was I didn't want to pay $1,300 a month on rent anymore, plus utilities. It was ridiculous. I loved my apartment. I absolutely loved living in downtown. Now I would never want to live downtown. But that's how it started, and this is how it's going. Nancy said, I don't think you have an accent at all, but then again, I'm from Dallas. See? Ace Man said, that top you have on looks adorable on you. Thank you. I like it. It's one of my favorite colors. My favorite colors are like burnt orange and green, by the way. I've added a color in there. It's always been green, but burnt orange is like my thing lately. That's why my cell phone, the cover is orange. I wear Target brand clothes, but I buy them from the Goodwill. Target has really cute clothes. Ace Man said, I'm not ashamed to shop at Wally World. I shop at Wally World. Target does have different brands, but they're just different brands. Roger said Journey Along with Shannon is commenting, but it's not showing up. I haven't seen her either. I'll have to check that and make sure she's not blocked or anything. I'm sorry, Shannon. Y'all go check out Journey Along with Shannon. She has the best YouTube logo I've ever seen in my life. Mother of Wax said, I want to learn how to sew my own clothes. I've seen Hannah Lee Duggan buy thrift store clothes and sew something new out of the material. Yeah, I would love to learn, but I gotta get my hobbies. I gotta prioritize my hobbies. I just don't think I have time for that. My best friend Crystal, her mom tried to show me how to crochet, and I got it for 5 seconds, and then it was. I didn't learn. We'll just say that. I'm sorry, Shannon, that your comments aren't showing up. I don't even know how to look at people who get blocked and stuff. I always have to like go and figure it out, which is why I can't do it right now because I have to be on my laptop. Worcestershire Project said, Jelena, there's unrestricted land for sale all around you. You can park it all year. I've been looking. Just looking for the right spot. 2 old people on the couch said maybe she needs to reboot whatever she's on. It could be that. Roger said, Shannon said, thank you. Hopefully she gets it figured out. I'll definitely look, I'll go look at that and make sure she's not blocked or anything once this live chat's done. George Gooden did a $20 super sticker, said you're amazing. Thank you, George. That's so sweet. I appreciate it. George also said you should be proud of the bus looking good. I appreciate that as well. It's been a process. Wickershire Project said, Jelena, are you allowed to talk about the general specs on the Renology? Why do I always say that? Renogy, or is that another video in time? I would say it's another video in time, not because I can't talk about it, but because I don't remember everything that I ordered. I have everything written down, like what everything is, stuff that I would need to install it, and I could tell you what I think that it is. That doesn't mean that I actually know what I'm talking about. So Scott said my other comments won't show either. That's so weird. I wonder what's going on. Oh, so YouTube can block people now. Apparently. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. Just making sure that we're all good. Northern Stars Homestead said that will be a great video. Are you talking about solar stuff? I have a hard time watching solar videos because they're so confusing, especially if you don't know what you're doing or talking about. And so I've been doing tons of research, and I definitely, if I do a video on solar, it's either going to be like, this is what I have, but it's not going to be like a step-by-step thing unless I would have to write everything down and be like, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what this is why this is that. This is why it's connected to this. And Ace Man said, Jelena, I sent you an email with a link to a video showing you how to access your YouTube blog post. Okay, thank you. I think I know how, but sometimes with like YouTube, I'll know how to do something and then like I won't do it for a long time and then I forget. Like today, I forgot how to add your little thing on the corner of your videos that pops up right here. That's a subscribe button. Mine has always been this little cartoon that I've had for a couple of years, and I actually just changed it to something else, to a different logo that I made today. Oh, also, for those of you here and watching, I have a new logo and merchandise coming. I will have an actual merch store with all kinds of stuff. So I'm really excited to launch that. So hopefully that will be up within the next couple of weeks, just in time for my move to Texas, if I make it there. Sneak, or not sneak peek, but what would you call it? Preview? So do we get a sneak peek? Not right now, just because the logo is still being made and I'm still working on revisions. I don't even have like a sneak peek preview of the logo to show you. But maybe in my, teaser. Maybe in my next video I'll have something, in my next live chat for you guys. Since you guys are awesome and you want to hang out with me. So there's been a little trouble in paradise over here in the bus engine. There's a teaser for you guys. So we're trying to work out the kinks, and hopefully I make it to Dallas, because if not, I'm going to be stuck in Tennessee. And by stuck, I mean stuck. So there's that. So in all honesty, send me your good vibes and your prayers, because I'm hoping that I don't get stuck here and I make it to Texas. George said, how does Levi like his new job? Awesome for Levi. He's actually spending his last week at his other job that he quit. I told him, I was like, if I were you, I would just quit. He's been at that job for so long and he hates it and they are not good to him. But he's not staying he is staying because he doesn't want, like, people to, I guess, like, he's staying at his job while his last 2 weeks because his coworkers would basically be screwed if he were to just up and quit. And he doesn't want that on his, like, track record, basically. And I mean, he's doing it the right way. So he still has one more, I guess, half a week or so now at his job, and then he will be starting at Home Depot, I think, next week. So he's really excited about it, and I think he's going to be amazing. He's definitely a people person. He is the type of person who will do very well in customer service. Elizabeth said, so what are you going to do about the gas shortage, or has it hit there yet? I have heard nothing about a gas shortage, only that gas prices are going up. Roger said, I give them a 2-day notice. Hey boss, I'm leaving today. That was a good one. I like it. I like your style. That's kind of my style. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna lie, I have quit jobs. It was like, all right, yeah, I'm not coming back. Today is my last day. I'm done. But I will tell my boss that to their face. And then my last 2 jobs that I had were probably the most grown-up adult jobs that I had. I worked at Texas 811 for like 4 or 5 years. I gave them my 2 weeks, and they were like, well, you can stay the rest of the day, but then don't come back. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to stay the rest of the day. Goodbye. And I quit because I got the best review on my team, and I wanted a raise, and they said, no, you're not worth it. So I said, all right, bye. You're not worth it. I just wanted a $1 raise, but I got a new job and a $3 raise instantly, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbled. And I was at that other job for, I think, like a year. And it was fun. It was great. I probably, had it not been for YouTube, stayed at that job for the rest of my life. But I don't make the plans. I just try to. Lee said the viewers should set up a rescue service for people like you, full-time mobile tiny housers. That'd be cool. I think it'd be a lot of people to get involved. Be Bright said, I'm trying to figure out how to make money while traveling. I watched a video about trading in pocket options from a lady trader, which looks promising. I've seen people do, like, work at farms and stuff temporarily, just like while they're in town, which is something that I would be interested in doing while I'm on the road, is like working at farms. Robert said, do you need to renew your license in Texas? Well, like my license plate? Yeah. Unless I technically moved here to Nashville and got like a Nashville license, I do have to do it in Texas. But I am registering this bus as an RV, which requires a few things. So I can't register it until then. But I had an agreement with the people I bought it from, and this bus is good until I think September. So I have until then to get it ready to be registered in my name as an RV, which I think I just need my bed platform. I need a source of water, a source of heat. I need a stove. I think there's like 6 things that you have to have at least. And so my driver's license. Yeah, I'm from Texas. And so I would have to go back to Texas to renew my driver's license, but I won't have to do that for quite a while. Luana said, "Where was the best place you traveled to?" So far, the only place I've really like lived the van life in and traveled to was Florida, and I gotta say, it was definitely somewhere that I planned to go back to. So that was amazing. As far as traveling in general, though, Mexico was amazing. I'd love to go back there, but in the U.S., Colorado was really fun. Florida was amazing. Those are the places. Oh, New Mexico for sure. I loved New Mexico. I definitely didn't get to see enough of it. So yeah, those are a couple places that are on my list to go back to. Alberta said, "I wish I could do what you were doing." Hey, at one point in time, I wished I could do what I was doing too, and now I'm doing it. So don't give up. Samboy said, "What part of Florida did you go to?" So I basically went along the coast, the Panhandle, from Pensacola down to Tampa. Then I shot across to Jupiter, Florida, stayed there for a long time, one of my favorite spots. And then I went down to Miami, down to the Keys, all the way to the furthest most point. And then back up to Miami, then up the east coast of Florida. And then I drove straight into Georgia and up to Nashville. S. McGee, you keep missing my question. I didn't miss that one. Robert said, "I thought that might be why you would be stuck in Tennessee." It has nothing to do with that. It has a lot to do with the bus. Ace Van said, "When I lived in Texas, I enjoyed going boating on the Guadalupe River." Oh, I bet. I need to buy a boat one day. One day. Jason said, "I live in New Mexico." I love New Mexico. B Bright said, "Now I'm wondering, how do you find farms to work in?" There's gotta be some. You could probably go on Facebook and find a group that does stuff like that. I'm sure that there's a group on Facebook for everything. That's actually something I might look into later on tonight. See if I can find a group that does stuff like that for RVers and travelers to find temporary work. I've seen people do it, so I'm sure that there's got to be some type of market for that. S. McGee said, "Curtain and bedding, theme, and colors." So all of any colors I have in the bus are basically going to be burnt orange, which is very similar to this shirt that I'm wearing, the color of that, and then like a sage green, dark greens, and different, basically orange and green. Like I said earlier, it's it's going to be a very alien, deserty aesthetic, but in a cute way, I guess. Alberta said, when you can, you should come to Canada. I definitely want to go to Canada. I have some friends that live in Canada. I'd love to go visit. George said, "You'll probably need room for Samantha to visit in the bus." I'll definitely have room for Samantha, but I'm pretty sure if me and Samantha ever get together again, she'll have her van. So that's what's nice about this lifestyle, is that when you have friends that do it, you guys always have a place to stay at your house, wherever you're at. Cameron said, we have an awesome lake up here in New Mexico. New Mexico, it's Navajo Lake State Park, and extends up to Colorado. That's where I went to New Mexico was from Colorado. Did a wraparound of the Rocky Mountains a couple times, camped and stuff. around some different campsites, and then made my way to New Mexico, camped at Ghost Ranch, and it was really fun. Scott said Unstoppable Morgan loved Jupiter too. I don't know if she went there because of me, but I did tell her about it via the Instagram. Because there's a place in Jupiter, Florida that allows street parking right on the beach. And it was phenomenal. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's exactly where Morgan was, now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure. Like, that's where she was. In Jupiter, Florida. It was exactly where Samantha and I stayed for, like... I think Samantha stayed longer, and I was there for, like, a week. So I'm trying to refill my... Whoops. Trying to refill my wine glass. Are you outside? Where's your mask? First of all, I'm alone, so I don't really think that I qualify for wask wearing right now. Wask wearing. I feel like those are trolls talking. I'd love to do what you're doing. Being disabled is probably a bit tougher. You know what? I was at Planet Fitness today, and there was a man there, and he was exercising, and he had some type of disability, and I was like, mad respect. 100%. Two other people on the couch said we got engaged at Ghost Ranch. We have been there at least half a dozen times. Well, you guys, the old man worked there, right? That's so cool. Thanks, Heather. Whipping the trolls. Rhonda said, I live in Colorado. I used to run the stairs at Red Rocks for exercise. Oof. I've been doing stairs a lot. Thanks, Samantha, for turning me on to that. I die every time. Kim said, I've camped in Jupiter. It's great. Port St. Lucie lets you stay for free for 2 weeks. So that's something that I need to take a picture of. So I have a friend in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, I think. Pretty sure. And I was actually supposed to meet up with him and visit him on my way back. I just wound up not going that route. I wound up going the East Coast instead of the West Coast of Florida up the Panhandle. So if I ever go back, I'll definitely be meeting up with him. And I met him while on tour with the band that I used to work with. Steve Searle did a $5 Canadian super chat. Gracias. Karina said, did you decide where you're going to put the shower at? I haven't decided where I'm going to put the shower at. Once I get the walls up, I'm going to tape everything out where I want stuff, and I'll show you guys that. I'm thinking I'm going to put the shower in the kitchen area, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. I'm not sure. It'll make more sense to you guys next time when I actually kind of show you guys what I'm working with. Ricky said, do you have gas in Tennessee? Yeah. The gas stations do have gas. Alberta said you could do a collapsible shower, so it's not there all the time. I'm definitely not going to have like a traditional shower. It will be like a hidden shower that I pull out and I can use when I need it, and it will not be your typical shower system. I actually have partnered with a company for my shower system, and I think it's going to work out great. And I feel like I'm not going to be disappointed with it. The fact that I'm going to be able to shower in here in general is like a big deal, because living in a van, the only time I was able to shower is one, if I was in a very secluded area. I literally only used my shower setup like the one time that I filmed the video for it. Never used it again. But I have the option. Other than that, it was like Planet Fitness every day. Well, not every day, but Planet Fitness and anytime I took a shower. This time, I will actually have a hot shower. And it's portable. I can shower outside. I could shower inside. whatever the case may be, I will have that option. That's something I didn't have in the bus, so I'm super grateful for that.
Oh, they steer good. Uh-oh.
Jim Sanders said I have mountain property in Montana mountains if you're ever there.
They drive over all of them.
I will definitely be there at some point. Montana was one of my favorite places to drive through.
Creep over here.
For my grandfather's funeral last year, my mom and I flew to Washington, and I inherited his car and drove from Washington State down to Tennessee and then to Texas. And Montana was my favorite state to drive through. And I've been on for 2 hours now, and more people keep showing up to the house, so I'm gonna go socialize and say hi. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm super grateful for all of my subscribers. I'm really, really grateful and happy that I hit 29,000 subscribers. I can't wait to hit 30K, and it's all because of you, especially you guys that hang out with me on my live chats, because y'all are my favorite. Don't tell the others, but y'all are my favorite. Ukraine dudes that are your lives random. Yeah, they're pretty random. I used to do Mondays, but now I just try and do at least once a week, maybe twice. Depends on what I have going on. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you for everyone who has sent me things in the mail. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to send Levi anything, you could send it to my P.O. box. When I go to Texas, that's going to be his P.O. box because I paid for it like 6 months in advance. So, again, thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow because I'm posting every day this month, maybe even next month, and who knows? Maybe this everyday thing might continue for a while. I've been really enjoying it and enjoying your guys' comments. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy. It's a good day, but it is getting dark, and like I said, people are showing up. So I'm gonna go do some stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. I don't want to leave. This has been fun. Okay, now they're starting to play music. I'm going to get demonetized. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, we'll see Levi's videos. It's coming up soon. He's working on some stuff, getting some stuff done as much as he can. Yeah. Bye. Alright, I'm getting off for real. Bye.